Good morning at Properties. It's Monday, April 27th. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm Amy Corr, and I've got Kevin Van Eck with me live from the Goose Island office. We're also joined via Zoom by our Monday morning regulars, Mike and Thad. So grab your mug and join us for another episode of Coffee with Amy and Kevin. Morning, guys.
Morning,
How are you?
Morning, Amy. Good to see you. Caffeinated as always.
That's right.
Good to see all of you. So today we're going to talk about, we know that the shelter in place has been extended. And so last week we heard from the governor that it's through the end of May. And so really what that brings is, either more opportunity or more challenge, and maybe both. But I think what we really want to talk about with Mike and Thad today is how to be a player and not a victim. And if you've taken Ninja, you understand what that means in terms of mindset, in terms of how you approach every challenge or opportunity that's in front of you, and either choosing to be affected by it or choosing to take the opportunity to do something about it. And that's what we're going to talk really with Mike and Thad about and get their insight into what it looks like for them over the next 30 days.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. So, on that note, we did hear last week from the governor that we are extending through the end of May our shelter in place. So what are we thinking that's looking like for us and for our agents right now? Mike,
Crickets.
You want to start?
Sure. So I think your point is a good one. You can look at it both as a challenge, as an opportunity. And, we recognize that this is not easy for any of us. And I know, and I've talked to so many of you are struggling right now, struggling with feeling a little lonely, feeling depressed, and just frustrated by being stuck inside. And it's okay to recognize those feelings. Like, those are natural, those are normal. And I think every one of us has them at one point or another. But the most important thing is figuring out a way to turn your mindset around, to embrace both the opportunities that this present and embrace positivity. Try to look at some of the good things that have come out of this, some of the things you've learned about yourself, your family, some of the interactions you've had, and then really focus on trying to figure out, what are you going to do for the next 30 days now? What are the things you're going to implement? What are the things you're going to focus on? They're going to help make you more successful, because this is an incredible opportunity for everybody, because there are a lot of people aren't going to do that. A lot of people are going to get frustrated, and they're going to maybe not completely give up, but they're just going to stop for a while. And this is your opportunity to not stop. And we're going to work on giving you that roadmap. Our goal is to make sure we provide you with the things that you can do to create the best opportunity for yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. When I first heard it, a couple things. Number one, the first thing that went through my mind was the terrible consequences that are going to go through our society with this 30-day shutdown. I mean, the number of people that are going to go hungry, the number of people that are not going to be able to make it. And so then, that does create opportunity. So in our family, social participation and impact in a community and a society is pivotal to being a participant in a community. And so it's right now incredibly easy to find ways you can help, and also ways to make it very personal. So when you're talking about raising children, we're doing that right now. Social awareness is amazingly important in a person's character. And so now more than ever, we have a learning opportunity for children at a time that they'll never forget it. So now, instead of just thinking about, we're at home, there's very little school, and we're on our Xbox, what did you do to impact someone else's life? How did you get out of yourself to make yourself more meaningful in a greater community and in a greater good? And so At Properties is always focused on that. We're focused on that a lot now. So aside from that, the other thing I thought was that 30 days shelter in place brings a lot of opportunity also. It brings a lot of opportunity for At Properties. Why? This is very similar to the Great Recession. All of our competitors focused on one thing: preservation. And when whomever you're competing against is solely focused on preservation, if you're smart enough and strong enough, you win. So it's very easy to win right now. So I'm very incredibly excited about the next 30 days, because in all reality, we have had never in the history of At Properties had more going on than right now. Because in the last 30 days, we had more time on our hands to think and come up with ideas and really analyze how we can and what we can do to grow the organization and give the best product to the consumer, distributed to our agents. So I am honestly on top of the world and incredibly excited about everything we have going on. More excited than I have been since 2009. I feel, incredibly reinvigorated and alive and totally woven into the fabric of AT more so than ever. That being said, I'm outrageously aware of the consequences and the human toll this is going to take. But outside of that personal side that I need to focus on and participate in, I'm totally dialed in and focused on AT Properties and improving every aspect of the company over the next 30 days. So I'm all in, Amy and Kevin. I watch your show every day, except the weekends. I think we need to start broadcasting on the weekends.
We'll get that. We'll send you an invite for 7:30 every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that would be scary to see my house Saturday and Sunday. That would be quite an insight.
So knowing we have these 30 days, how are we, when you say you've never been more engaged and really looking to take the opportunity and drive forward, we have 30 days, what are we planning at AT Properties to help agents grow over the next 30 days to take the opportunity?
Tune in on High Tea Thursday, where everyone will be invited, where we have a massive 30-day rollout. Never seen anything like it. Prizes too.
Raffles.
Mike, you want to explain what we're talking about?
Lots of concerts for Thad to raffle off, but they're all virtual, so they're free. No, we are, our goal is to help give you guys a roadmap, kind of as I indicated before. We're going to come up with ideas, and we're going to try to give you an idea a day, something to focus on each day over the next 30 days so that you can parcel out time for your business. Like Thad said, I think it's important to recognize everything that's going on, and we have to take time for ourselves. We have to take time for other people, but you also have to take and parcel some time out for your business. And the next 30 days is incredibly critical because so many people are not going to do it now. It is easy to get fatigued. I've talked to a lot of people about this, that they're feeling that, especially after we've been doing this for 40 days now. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable, but for 40 days, we've been sort of in this shelter in place situation, and it's like nothing we've ever experienced before. It is very easy to get fatigued and to get off track. So we're going to do everything we can to give you ideas to stay on track, both professionally and personally. And we're going to be rolling it out this week, and we're going to be engaging with you on a regular basis on some of these meetings so that you really live, so that you can see and hear what's really going on from our end.
So I think we're really excited to be ready to roll out on Thursday, which is April 30th, the last day of April before we hit it hard into May. High tea on Thursday. Thad, I don't know if you want to keep that a secret or if you want to share a little bit more about what that means.
Well, think about this. When you're sitting there, whether it's tea or it's coffee, and you're talking with people, usually there's two things. There's conversation of nothing, where just each person talks about superficial things, traffic, how you got somewhere, where you've traveled, you come away and it's no big deal. Or you have the people that really talk about themselves with each other and derive closeness, okay? That's what we're trying to achieve. And we're trying to achieve closeness between our agents and their clients. Why do we want authentic closeness? Because it's far more meaningful. And when something's meaningful, people take action, and people will behave in the way that we want them to behave. And it doesn't mean that it's not authentic. It can be 100% authentic, but we're giving. And when we give, like the law of giving, you automatically receive. So we're going to be teaching all of our agents on how to focus on giving at first. And so how they can give and give and give and give and give in abundance to achieve two things. Number one, they feel far better about themselves. Why? Because they're not focused on themselves directly. They're focused on other people. And that law of giving is going to, number two, help them receive. So when we get out of this in 30 days, and in all honesty, we're heavily focused on 2021. We think we'll have a good end of the year, but we think the robustness of the recovery and getting through the election, that 2021 is going to be an outrageous year in real estate. So, part of this law of giving is giving as much as humanly possible over the rest of the year, where people are needing as much as possible, the connectivity that you talked about them lacking, in hopes for receiving an abundance, not only through the rest of this year, but into next year.
That's great. Thanks, guys. I think you're going to join us on Thursday for high tea. And we're going to roll out this program through May, and we're really looking forward to participation. There's going to be prizes, virtual concert tickets that Mike's going to send all of you. It's going to be great. So
Thad is going to sing, and that's the concert. That was a surprise, but you know.
When is the next concert going to happen? Like, think about that for a second. You know, now the whole word is new normal. And I was thinking about that. You know, what am I going to be comfortable doing? What am I not going to be comfortable doing? I've relied on sporting events for closeness with my family and entertainment for the last 15 years. And it's so interesting how these things are going to change. We really need to think about it closely so that, you know, we can participate in it, you know, as much as possible. But I don't know when the next time I'm going to a concert. I don't even know when there's going to be the next concert.
Or game. I mean, we don't know. Like I said, we don't know what the new normal brings yet, but we're going to adapt to it, and we're all going to be okay.
Yeah. Good news is no Adele tickets, Golden.
Thank God.
All right. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Watch for the Zoom invite for it to come out, and hopefully all of you can join us. And the other thing coming this week is @Drive. So all the invites went out this morning. So please take the time this week to join one of those webinars, learn how to use it, because it's a perfect time to use it when we have to be virtual, to be able to send presentations in a way that is much more attractive than email. And you get insights so you know when they opened it, what they opened, and what they were looking at as they were going through it. So join us on those. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Good start to the week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good
Thanks,
Monday.
Kevin. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Kevin.